it's Joy. Welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad that you joined us. I am going to be sharing a coloring of the shiitake mushrooms. This is from our coloring book. Now this coloring book was made as a resource for our 30-day coloring challenge. I am going to be featuring copics because that's what I love, but other people throughout the internet and all the different websites are going to be sharing other mediums. So like I said, this is a free coloring book that you can find. I'll have that linked in the description box below. But I'm also offering a coloring bundle, and this includes a printed version of the coloring book, but also copic resources. So you will get a resource book with like a foreword written by me, a swatch book, 10 A2 side folding card bases with moonlight envelopes, 10 sheets of our 8.5 by 11 80-pound marshmallow cardstock, which is alcohol marker friendly and also foiling friendly. You will also get 10 4¼ by 5.5 100-pound panels in our coal cardstock and a light source guide that is printed on acetate so that you can see which direction your light is hitting an object. So it's pretty cool. You can check out all the videos throughout the month, and this will always be in the playlist listed at 30-day challenge. So I started off by coloring the images with the leaves, and I chose my favorite yellow green, which is a YG01, a 6-7, a 17, and a 03. So I always choose that 01 because it's really bright and it shines through all of the other colors and it moistens the paper. Next, I go in where the lines or the veining of the leaves are, and I do a 6-7. Right above that, I fill in some of the space with a 1-7. And I'm using the back of my marker to blend over that 6-7, and I'm extending that shadow with the 1-7. And I do that for every leaf. And then I come in with the 03 and I blend it. Next, I start to work on the butterfly. Last night, I showed you guys a different color red that's really good for like a bloody red. But this is my tried and true red that I always use. So I am mapping out the darkest part of the area of the butterfly with the R59. Then I come in with the 2-9 and follow it by the 4-6. So the wing that's in the back only had those first three colors. And then I use the 2-4 to brighten it up. Now I'm using my favorite orange, which is a Y19, YR04, 07, and 09. And I'm just extending those colors and letting that Y19 shine through. So it's the same technique as I used with the YG01. It was to moisten the paper and let that yellow shine through. And then I use my yellow combinations, which I did share last night on my speed coloring, and it's a Y11, a 08, a 06, and a 02. And I get this really nice highlight, and then I come in with a green, and that's the G02, 05, and 09. I left out the colors for the blue, but it was a B63, 66, 69, and 79. And then for this purple, I start out with a V12, 15, and 17. And that turns out really pretty. And then I use my favorite RV colors, which is 11, 32, 34, and 17. So if you would like to join us for our 30-day coloring challenge, I would just ask that you would post on social media with hashtag Pajama Crafter Stamps, hashtag PCS Coloring Challenge, or hashtag 30-day challenge. Always feel free to join our Pajama Crafter Stamps and Friends page, where you'll see all the inspiration of our design team. And of course, you can always find us on Instagram. And guess what, guys? We started a TikTok now, so you can find all of our coloring and different things on TikTok. So, wow, a lot has happened. Then I start on this mushroom, and I use the E47, 44, 43, 42, and 41. And you'll notice I use that dark color, like along the ridges of the underneath part of the mushroom, and where the, I don't know, I'm going to call them the spots where they stick up. And then I keep extending that out. And I also do that at the underneath part of the stem and right underneath the cap. And then I just work through my colors doing basic copic coloring. Now, in the areas that are really small, you'll see that my marker is standing straight up and down so that I get really fine lines and I can stay within the lines. And the areas that are more open, I kind of have my marker on an angle and I'm kind of blending with kind of the side of my marker. That way I have more coverage faster. And you know, this whole challenge was about spending 5 minutes a day coloring. Now this took way longer than 5 minutes, but I thought since I've only done some 5-minute colorings this week that I would give you a longer video and make a card so that you can see this coloring book. So on this coloring book, you're going to get 30 different digital designs that you will have to download and print unless you buy the resource book, which is $49.99, and that'll be printed and sent to you. But on this coloring book, you get 30 images and you get 4 each. So you could punch holes in it and you could cut it in half so you could have a half a page in your coloring book. That way you could use it as reference. And then I always say color something maybe 6 months, go back and do it again, see how much you've improved, then do it even a year. That's why I gave you 4, but maybe you don't care what your coloring looks like and you just want to do it for fun. You will get 120 card front panels by printing out this free coloring book. Pretty freaking amazing. What you're seeing me do on screen at this point is I'm taking tumbled glass, distress oxide, and a cloud edger stencil, and I'm just making clouds. And now I am blending mode lawn distress oxide on the bottom. I do cut this down to be a 4 by 5 1/4 panel, and then I mat it in black. Sorry that my hair gets in the way. Then, of course, there's nothing that I do without some shimmer and shine, so I added some confetti iridescent sequins to finish off the card, and I think it turned out really cool. I'm showing you some last look at my card. I really thank you for hanging out with us. I hope that you'll join us in the challenge, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye-bye.